Alright, here we go for the second round of the IGTCS Racing Series. Lamborghinis got to a good start. We can see some cars poking out of their original grid slots. The two Lamborghinis hold their positions. Coming into turn 1, the 63 will hold the lead. The 63 and the 19 will get away from the attack already. Oh, there's the 65 Lamborghini, Mercedes-AMG GT3 off into the track. There's some banging here. Some argy-bargy. Oh, there's a 26. Daniel Kowitz spins around. That chicane's a little bumpy, but first lap already spun. 2 leaders, 63 made the move on the inside for turn 1, so that gave him the lead basically. He was able to get ahead. Coming onto this oval section, 63 leads over the pack. Here's some battling between the number 13 Corvette of Cameron Hand and George Peterson in the 58 BMW. Still going side by side coming into the front stretch. Corvette stays ahead. Here's the 23 Lexus of Jack Hawksworth on the 82 BMW. Timothy Patterson coming into turn 1. They're going to go side by side. Is he going to be able to get ahead? In turn 1, he holds the inside line, but the BMW will have the inside line for turn 2. In turn 3, Lexus still on the inside. He's not going to give up this fight already. Into the chicane, Lexus takes a lot of curb. That's going to get him ahead of the 82 BMW, but coming down this straightaway, they're going to continue the fight. BMW holds the inside line. A little bit of contact there with the 23 Lexus. And in turns 8 and 9, I think. Going side by side, going to come into the oval section. Turn 11. Coming into turn 11 here. Side by side, here we go. 58 and the 17 again. Bradley Kirkhutton and the 58 George Peterson coming onto the straightaway again. Gonna go side by side. 58 will get ahead. The 17 is not gonna give this up without a fight going down the inside, coming into turn 1. Not coming into turn 1, but about to go into turn 1. Heavy braking zone. He's going to be on the inside line. He's going to stick it there. BMW is going to have the inside line for turn 2. But he's going to have the inside line for turn 3. That's going to get him the momentum to go into, I think, P6. But he's going to, 17 is going to have the inside line to try to get ahead of the 58. Coming onto this straightaway. BMW has the inside line. There's a 37 Callaway Corvette trying to get into this battle. On the outside of this 17. 17 is going to try to stay ahead here. So the 17 is going to stay ahead. Here we go. 82 and 23 still fighting into the final corners here. Turn 12 and 13. Into turn 13, actually. Coming into turn 14. 23 is going to stay ahead here. Coming onto the straightaway, the 82 is going to try to get the toe from the 23. Oh, here's replay. This is back in GT4. Haven't seen a lot of GT4 action from Watkins Glen 2. It's 37, I think, on the inside. By the way, 2 classes, they can have the same numbers as other cars, as long as the livery is not similar at all, which goes for this 37. Over the chicane. Oh! Is that the 11? The 11 gets into him. And then he hits one of the Mercedes. The Supra hits one of the Mercedes. I don't think they're going to have kind words for each other. She went really wide. Boom. Just straight into him. Buff lost control. They had to go off track. Got to park here. Okay. Here's the 17 on the inside of George Peterson coming into turn 1. This for P3. Actually, I believe this for P3. It might not be, actually. But here we go. He's going to try to get 2 cars in 3 corners, I believe. He's going to overtake the 16 Lamborghini. Here we are, the GR86 GT300. Not good qualifying or weekend so far. He's gonna go on the, gonna try to catch that tail from the 125 BMW. Coming into turn 7. He's gonna go on the outside line. This may be an advantage for him, maybe. It will be. He gets ahead of the 125. Not great pace for the 125 BMW compared to the other BMWs. It's, I think, an older version of the BMW M4 GT3. Oh, here's a replay. This is the 37 not Walking Horse. The 37 Callaway Dianthus Corvette. Oh, same place as the 26. Just loses it. It's out of this race, I think. Yeah, out of this race. Not a good week. Not a good 2 weekends with 100% DNF rate for the Callaway Corvette. Here's a battle. Here's a move for the lead actually in GT4. Oh, just bumping. I think that's the 21. Out of the way. Alright. BMW leading in GT4. Here we go. There's the Mercedes battling with the Lexus here. Last week's race winner and Ollie Prefson. Oh, here's a 20 GR86 going on the inside in the turn 7. They're going to go 3 wide. Ooh, 95. 95 of Ollie Prefson, last week's race winner, off into the grass. Is that going to be the day done for him if he's beached? Or on board? Yeah, he's just squished onto the outside. Just loses control of that Lexus RCF GT3. Tapping a little bit of his tires on the dirt. I think here's different angle. Last week's race winner after capitalizing off the 37 hitting the number 1 Corvette. Yeah, just off into the grass. BOP has not been that great for the Lexus this year, as they have been carrying success weight. But I think they'll be able to bounce back in Long Beach, maybe. If the BOP doesn't affect them that much. Yeah, just off in catching a little bit of dirt into the air for the 125 Walking Horse BMW. There's no grip there, no space for him to really move out, I guess. Car just goes to the right into the grass. So that's the weekend over for the 95 crew. 13, 3 Corvettes fighting for positions here with some GT4 traffic. That's a 6 of Zane Veselo, actually. Celine S1. Here's a 13. He's ahead of all the Corvettes. Both Corvettes. He now has a shot of getting the 19. Oh, 6. 6. Squeezes the number 1 Corvette wide. Squeezes him really wide, actually. It's 13 on the inside of the 19. He's going to be able to make that move. He has clear range for the lead. Now he's in P2. He's going to try to catch his 63 Lamborghini for the lead. If the 17 catches up to this, if the 17 gets ahead of the 19 and the 63, and if the 13 gets ahead of the 63, that will be a 1-2 for AWA Racing for Indianapolis. Not a lot of luck for that 13 crew, the AWA crew in IMSA. They're now called the 13 Autosport. But they got a P4 at Daytona for the 24 hours after getting spun, I think. Maybe a Ferrari. But here in IGTCS, they have pretty good pace this weekend. Here we go, battling for the lead now on the 63. The 13, he might try to catch that toe on the straightaway and make the move in turn 7. We've seen a lot of overtaking in turn 7 in the final corners. Here we go, trying to catch that toe. Trying to catch that toe now. Not going to be able to get ahead. He's just trying to close that gap for now. And then he can make the move. Very inching close on the inside, actually. Here we go, on the inside now. In a turn 14, I think. Very weird move for him to make that. Very odd spot. Not a lot of people have made moves for the lead there. Not made a lot of moves there, but he moves into the lead. Here we go. 20 GT3. That's the 65 Mercedes qualifying in P3. Had a little bit off and on the first lap, moved him down a lot. Oh, 20 got spun. Is that help? Did he get help from the 65? I think so. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that might have been payback for 3-wide action they had in a couple laps ago in the same corner. 20 losing a lot of spots here. He's going to be able to get that car back going. Yeah. He's going to decline back positions. I think 60 Lamborghini is still ahead of him. So he's going to try to get into the points here. I think it's been 2 GT3s out already. Here we go. 19 in the 58 battling here for position in a turn 1. 58's going to be on the inside. BMWs have had great pace both in Watkins Glen and in Indianapolis here. 58, if he's able to get into P3, I think that will get him the championship lead into round 2. Yeah, he's going to be able to get into P3 here. 58. There's the AWA Corvettes up in front. We're coming onto lap 26 for the lap 25 for the 20. Here we go. Are we going to go 3 wide again with the GT6? 3 wide onto the main straight. He's going to be able to get ahead of the 125 Walking Horse BMW. Really good move there with the GT4 traffic. 20 making an absolutely crazy move on the main straight. Here we are coming onto the final laps. 13 crew did not have a great week in Watkins Glen. 13 and 17 crew did not have that great of a weekend in Watkins Glen. But they're going to be able to bounce back in Indianapolis. Coming onto some GT4 traffic. 13 crew are a little bit of loss of traction there. The AWA Racing are going to be able to secure this 1-2 actually in Indianapolis after climbing through the field. Cameron Hand and Bradley Kirkcotton. Bradley Kirkcotton was in the HP Corvette Racing crew before they got axed. Here we go, finishing here at Indianapolis. Cameron Hand and the number 13 AWA Corvette wins here, followed by the 17 of Bradley Kirkcotton. 1-2 for AWA. Great finish here. Here's the 58 of George Peterson. He's going to be able to get the championship lead here with the most points. Here's the 82. A 3-4 for BMW, actually. Here's the 19 Lamborghini, the only surviving Lamborghini here. Here we go. 1 and the 65 to the line. The 65 is going to be able to finish ahead of the 1 there. Really good finish for all the greats here. Here is the race results for the top 10 in GT3 and GT4 actually. Really good race. for both the GT3 and GT4 class. GT4 has been a little bit of meh this season, but GT3 has been really good so far. Well, see you all in Long Beach. The title fight between BMW, Corvette, and Lexus will continue. See if Callaway can bounce back with the less bumpy track, and that is Long Beach. Yeah, see you all, and have a good morning or good night wherever you're at. See you.